Alrighty, so we are recording. Welcome to another session with yours truly, Elwin. And today we are going to be talking about the topic I call Don't Believe the Hype. All right, y'all might know it from, if y'all a hip hop head, you might know the Public Enemy song. If you know new stuff, you might know the Polo G song. And you know, a lot of my topics, I'm a straight hip hop head. So a lot of my topics, 2021, you're gonna notice is gonna be basically linked to a hip hop song because a lot of them inspire me, right? Like last week we had a topic, ambition, which is just, a regular thing, but all of us are, a lot of us in here grew up on hip hop and like, we heard that ambition song with like Wale, Meek Mill, Rick Ross or whatever. So that type of stuff, inspire us. Like we're a new generation. A lot of us come from a street life or like, poverty, and we're using trading to overcome. So, hip hop is the music of the streets, right? That's what classifies hip hop is what the kids are into, what's going on in the streets. So, sonically, it doesn't matter. It just represents, youth rebellion, system holding you down, and you facing adversity and you overcoming that, right? And telling your story. So that's what we doing as traders. We telling our story. We overcoming shit. Maybe some of us already had the silver spoon, but we all got our own challenges regardless. We all got something we're trying to overcome. So nothing more hip hop than that, in my opinion. So today we're going to look over a few pairs. Hey, my man got a full plate. Hey, got the camera on the full plate. I'm gonna cut your camera, bro. Oh man, who is that? Oh, that's Junior. What's up, Junior? I'm gonna cut your camera, bro. Enjoy.
I didn't mean
you. Not bad. All right, so yeah. So today we're gonna look over some pairs, look over a couple indexes, and we're gonna just talk about the topic, don't believe the hype. So let's get it started. You know how I like to do these topics. What do I even mean by don't believe the hype? And what do you think I mean? What does that mean to you? Let's have it in the chat. Don't follow the sheep, Tony says. Mike V says, if you hear it on TV, it is fake. Dave, yo, what's up, Dave? Glad you made it, mate. Dave says, fundamental news. Caleb says, don't follow the herd on the latest trend. Don't believe everyone's opinion. Yeah, okay, those are good ones. I really like Caleb's don't follow the herd on the latest trend. Exactly. And I thought this was a perfect topic for today because right now what's going on is we're seeing, especially in the States, we're seeing a mass herd of sheep, right? Big old herd of sheep just coming into the market. And, we got a lot of propaganda from both ends, not just, mainstream media, but now, we got young rebels in the market. We got Reddit forums. I don't know if y'all familiar with Reddit, but a lot of people are taking to Reddit now and they're basically polling together, picking stocks to buy, picking, things to get into on the market. And now we see what can be perceived as market manipulation. But the only fundamental difference in this case is it's not the major institutions doing the manipulation. It's the people that's doing the manipulation. Now, that word manipulation comes into question because if the people are doing it, is it really manipulation, right? This is a market compiled of people. If the masses are pulling together to make things happen, then that's just collective thinking, collective purchasing, right? Now, Forexia traders, I'm not gonna say we better than that, but we above that, right? We have to stay above that. And what I mean by that is we don't fall into the hype. We don't fall into what the latest opportunity is. What's everyone? All right, let's ask the chat. what are some things everyone is buying in this last week or two? What are some of the stocks, some of the coins? What are they? Yep, them are all of them. Yep, Dogecoin, AMC, Gamestop, Big. I don't know about Bitcoin, Ethereum. They kind of been regular this week, but yeah, those are some of the things, right? So what did we see happen with GameStop? We saw the stock start to make some traction, and then because there were Reddit forums where people were saying, let's buy GameStop, let's buy AMC. And it's ironic, we're actually looking at AMC and GameStop, and just based on the nature of the business, because me and Tony, we pick different stocks to buy. We're starting to do that. But just based on like the industry, AMC and GameStop were two specific trades I personally stayed away from, right? Because all the games are going digital now. Everyone orders their consoles online. So there's not really people going in trading games like that. You don't need to go to GameStop to buy the new game. You just download it right away. And AMC, the movie industry is essentially dead. The theater industry, I should say, where people are on these lockdowns, people ain't going to the theater. So to me, they were stocks to leave alone personally. Now, the masses jumped on, essentially act like market makers with it. And, what we saw was just a lot of people jump on board, right? And I am like, I gotta salute myself. I did call this to a student that was asking about buying GameStop, right? Now, the student asked, what do we think? But when they asked, we already had this bullish momentum, right? And we actually had this move too. This had already taken place, and price had returned to this area. And what I told the person was clear bullish momentum, clear ECRs. We're actually at Ekata. And, it's just what we do, guys, right? We see the structure, we take the structure, we can let it play out. So what do I want everyone to take from that? What I want you to take from it is it's okay to take these trades if you see your opportunity, if you see your entry, if you see your setup. But the masses right now are simply taking these buys, these sells, or these buys mainly, because people are talking about it. People are saying, oh, did you get Dogecoin? You know how many of my friends hit me up like talking about, oh, I bought Dogecoin, I sold it. Or I had a really close friend the other day, and he's like my best friend back home, and he has not taken advantage of learning trading with me. Like, what I do, and he's my best friend, so he has access to learn everything in the market. But he's more of gambler. I won't say his name. He's more just, he's not disciplined, right? He doesn't get it yet. And he hit me up, I think it was Wednesday, and he said, man, I wish I would have gotten GameStop. Man, my Nokia buys are down. So that told me everything I know is he's chasing the trend, and he's late to the party with the retail herd, because Nokia did something similar. So all those people buying GameStop this week, Nokia this week, in my opinion, you're too late. Or actually, I don't even think you can buy it. They locked them up. So, maybe I'm wrong. But my whole point is, I'm not just gonna buy something because the masses are saying it, right? There has to be a reason. Hang on a second. All right. So, point being, if you want to get in with retail, that's fine, but you need to be doing your due diligence. Now, I have a question to the room. What separates us Forexia traders, us in this room, from those sheep, right? What's going to separate us from being them? We're no different in we use the same platforms. We have the same access. We're viewed in the same light by the major institutions. So what is going to separate us from them? Mike said, fun fact, Robinhood sends all orders to market maker whales before they actually hit the market. They might have caught a hedge fund or two off guard, but most of them saw it coming. The whales are laughing on all their way to the bank. Yep. Yep. Because we have order pools, right? And as the retail trader, you're always last to the party. You're always going to get quoted the worst price relative to these major institutions and these bigger players. Now, back to my question, what is going to separate us, which we're retail traders, from the other retail traders? So Dave says knowledge, right? Mike says no emotion. Caleb says we have multiple confluences and reasons to get in. Knowledge, Hegelian dialectic. I like all those, but that's not actually the answer I was looking for. Those are all true, but and one is really good because like what is going to separate us from people that just get in? Yeah, understanding manipulation, discipline, those are good. But one thing that's going to separate us is our technical analysis, our psychological analysis, because a lot of these people don't know how to read a chart. They're just getting in. So if you want to get in GameStop, look for the bullish momentum, wait for the pullback, buy the sell candle. You know what I'm saying? We got ways to get in, okay? Caleb says we understand the market maker behavior, market maker and retail behavior. Yep, that's what makes us the psychological trader. But I'm gonna give y'all the answer that I was looking for. What is gonna separate us from them is we do this every day. Every single day we show up. This is day 984 of my trading. We show up every fucking day, y'all. We put in the work. We level up every day. We make these moves. We take losses. We get wins, whatever. Every day, Mateo. And you know what? Those other people going to get bored with it. They're not going to check up on it. They're going to go through their, maybe they're all about it one weekend and then they're off it this weekend. They take a bad beat. Who knows? But us, we on something else. What separates us is the work we put in, the desire to show up every single day to any market just to make sure we're getting better at our craft. Because if you are a trader, if this is what you do, you got to show up, right? If you got to work a regular job and you trade in your spare time, that's fine. But your identity needs to be in that you're a trader. You have to identify as a trader because where you put your focus at, where you put your intentions at, where you place your value at, we already know that's what grows, right? Attention, energy flows where attention goes, all that good stuff. All right, guys. So just remember, show up every day. And the way we obsessively just continue to do our technical, psychological trap analysis, that's what's going to always separate you. So if you want to trade the market like these other people, it's fine. Like the other day, actually, y'all know I'm crazy. I went through the New York Stock Exchange and I looked at every single stock essentially. I was looking for a certain criteria. So, I made it a bit more speedy, but I looked at them all. I looked at the structure. I filtered them. I looked at their fundamental news. I looked them up to see what the companies were doing, but I didn't start with fundamentals, right? I started with structure. And then from there, I passed my watch list on to Tony, and then I let him do it as well. So we filtered, and then we picked a few stocks to buy. We picked a few similar, he picked one, I didn't pick, stuff like that. But, there's a whole process, right? I didn't just hear, let's buy something on Reddit, you know what I mean? So that's kind of my lesson for today, guys. Just really wanted to kind of prepare us for what's going on in the world and really clarify where we stand, where they stand, what separates us from them, and how we're gonna get to where we want to get. So that's all I got. We can look over pairs now. Do we have any questions in the chat? Anyone want to chime in? Anyone 10x off of Dogecoin or GameStop in here want to share? I know a couple of my friends really killed it with Dogecoin. I know a couple of us, we've been killing it with like Ethereum and XRP. Like a bunch of us grabbed XRP. Yep, Dylan. Thought you saying Dylan's in here, but yeah, Dylan. I ain't even gonna speak on how Dylan crushed Dogecoin, but we already know, like, major band alert. All right, so I guess y'all gonna be a little quiet today. We got 30 people in here, so this is your chance to chime in. You know, I always appreciate when people want to kind of chime in, but yeah, we can just get to looking at the charts. It's crazy because this one, like we were talking about this one at $2 a share, but simply just be based on what I thought about this industry. It was one I left alone because, you know, no one is going to the theater. Why would I buy shares in it? It was my thought. And when I read about them as well, it was saying like how AMC has to basically borrow a bunch of money to cover costs for the year. But we were looking at the structure. It wasn't there. It was before there. So, oh, I think it was around here. Yeah. So we were starting to get that bullish momentum. We had, you know, trapped sellers. You know, it's really the same thing, guys. So my advice, if you do want to start getting in these different type of markets, if they're allowed in your country, is going to be diversification, right? Because you really don't know what's going to hit, when it's going to hit, right? But we know how to buy low, sell high, especially, and we know how to look for these trap structures. So if you see how many times this trend line was being hit, you know, you see your SR trap. Wow, we really would have got in on the low. It's okay though. We catch what we catch, right? So, you know, same thing. Let's see if GameStop kind of followed that win life signature, you know, type of setup. Yeah, it's been down. When we go on a daily, it'll probably make our work a bit more simple. But you know, so much liquidity got trapped down here. So boom. So yeah, these are those trap moves, right? And we know even, you know, sometimes they're gonna break out against the trap, induce, continue down, right? But just understanding what retail is doing here, what's going on in the market, what kind of like the moves the market maker like to do around these areas is going to put you at a huge advantage. So it's up to you, the trader, to figure out how you're going to get in, how you're going to trade that, what type of stuff you want to trade, you know? It's really going to be open to you. And that's what I like about the market. There's not one way to do it. Like, you can really make it your own. You can find your own setup. You can find your own edge. And that really is the beauty. But you know, it is a bit tough early on figuring out where you getting in, where you fit in, and you look at these other people killing the market or doing big things in the market, and you're like, I want to do it like that. Oh, they do this, I want to do that. You know, like, I know a $1 million trader, like, how many of y'all heard of Forex broker killer? You know, like, my man's is one of the nicest traders, but the way he trades is he hedges. So I'm not doing that. And it's a great trader, but that's just not for me. Or, you know, just as an example, guys, we really got to find ourselves in these markets. But what we're giving you as from like Forexia, from Win Life, from Etica, from GPG, what we're really giving you is the blueprint to what everyone else is doing, where the liquidity is, and speculative ideas on where these pairs, these currencies, these stocks will go, because we can't predict the future. Yeah, we get a lot of setups right every week, but you know, that's just hard work, right? So they're just still ideas. But that's a big part of being a trader, guys. Is just being idea oriented, being creative, right? Because that's what we do. We think of these creative ideas for our trading. So just was going to show y'all. This was the the JXY, right? We called this boy before we drew the arrows. Peak high, this is when we called it, right? We waited for it to shift out, come back to the trend line. And from there, the idea was that we get some type of bullish induction, which we did, and then a dump. And then the idea was that it would come to, this zone. And it really did exactly that. So I still speculate bearish activity on this, but we did similar with DXY. My chart, I kind of deleted it, but if anyone has been following what I've been doing with these indexes and these pairs, you would know that we call buys around here, right? Same concept. We so bearish, and then we start to see those signs that, they want to show you to go down, but they ain't really going down anymore. And that's why we like to wait for the ECRs, Brandon style, that momentum, because for me, I love to see the market maker kind of show traps for traders to go the other way, but momentum says something completely different. Like, what do you know right now? Look at DXY, it's gonna do this. Like, this is how price works zones, guys. So now, you see, I still speculate it's gonna break out of this, because if you go on your daily, see, big ass trend line, 1 tap, 2 tap. So speculate a 3rd tap, probably break out, play around, who knows? But speculate we're gonna come back for a 3rd tap. All right. See. So even if it's moving along, so what this tells me is I'm still looking to buy the dollar right now, right? Now, doesn't mean you just simply buy it. Have to wait for some type of setup, right? So maybe some type of daily structure. And more importantly, we're gonna cross this up with another pair, with another currency. But maybe we get something like accumulation, daily structure, break to the low, boom, right? Now, I'll get to the chat in one moment. Let's just finish this one. And now, actually, UJ could have bought it this morning, actually. It would have been 3 weeks in a row profiting perfectly on this pair. But now, put the story together. Yen down, dollar up, USDJPY up. And this was the setup we called, guys. And you see, look at all those taps, down, down, down. Look at this support. Term resistance, liquidity is trapped under here for multiple reasons. And that is what we call the win life signature, right? And 4 hours is gonna be our friend. So what did I say about we're gonna look for on the dollar this week? The same thing, right? In accumulation, break to the low, go up, right? Over and over. And if people will ask, like someone asked, why do you draw that arrow down before it went up? And I think people were saying order blocks or something. I didn't get to the answer, but for me, simply is price takes the stairs, daily structure. The market's a sine wave, so it moves a certain way. It behaves in a certain manner. All right, let's get to the chat. Okay. Someone said, oh, hang on. Someone said, can you explain peak high? Peak high is simply what it is, peak high, right? It's something I speculate, big ass move where the liquidity could be trapped, right? Big ass M, top of the M, that's it, nothing more. Now, that's not saying price ain't gonna ever come back there, but currently, that was what I speculated is a peak high right now in the last month. It made a peak, made a high, simple as that. Don't get too caught up in where's the peak high? How do I identify? Is that the peak high? Is this the peak high? Don't even do that. Just keep it relative to your setup. Just think where could people have been so induced, so trapped, right? And it's right there. It's right there. Pushed above this support and then shifted aggressively. That aggressive shift, why would they come back? Why would they come back after this aggressive shift? They gonna let them out? No, but look, it is gonna take the stairs. Oh, probably induce some buys above this, but look, it ain't come up here. They know what the effing doing. All right, let's keep going. Same trap on USDCHF. Okay. Let's look at Mike V's view on. Damn, why don't let me? Okay, hang on. I'm finna show yours, Mike. Why is it doing that? I was looking up Marilyn Manson. My bad. Some crazy stuff with Marilyn Manson today. If y'all heard about it. Oh shit, need that H. All right. Now they doing lawn work. Okay, close my window. Hang on, why did it bring me to my chart? I'm trying to show Mike's chart real quick. Bear with me. I don't know why it didn't pop it up. Let's try this one more time. Here you go. Yeah, look that up in your spare time, bro. It's crazy about Marilyn Manson. I already heard them stories. Okay, so major wick, solid blue, minor wicks, dash. Okay, area of interest, previous gap. All right. So you speculate prices coming to that quarterly DMA at least. Yeah, that makes sense, bro. And it's what I've been kind of saying is, yeah, the dollar is going up, but it's really what I speculate is a macro induction. So like if you go on the daily, see, you see how that arrow, like I think it's gonna still go down, but it's been going down for a year. See, you see, like, look, it went down for, let's just kind of measure these moves. Boom, went down for 21 days. 21 days of bearish activity. You could have sold the dollar 21 days straight. 21, right? And then look, we get a little pullback for 21 days. Boom. Next drop. 30 days of straight bearish activity. You could have sold the dollar every single day. And then this is still bearish, but it's a little choppy for another month. 2 weeks of pullback. Another month of another pullback. 2 weeks pullback to make the second leg of this micro M range on the daily at least, right? So basically got a nice range here for 100 days. And then boom. What do we get very fast? 66 days of straight drop, essentially. We had a couple days, couple weeks in there, but 2 months of straight drop. So now makes sense that gonna induce a bit. And this induction does look a bit, you know, aggressive. And yeah, I definitely see it work in this area, guys. But oh yeah, I was just gonna show y'all, like, even if you look at the weekly, see, big ass M. Y'all talking about what's a peak high? Let's draw one on this one. Peak high. So really it's just the second leg. Could be the first leg, I guess. Whatever's the highest one. So boom, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. All righty, let's see what's going on in the chat. Do we have any pairs you want to look at? I know Bilal want to see GU. Welcome Bilal to Win Life. He actually won our contest, right? So we can go to the contest real quick. And for February is gonna be dope for this month. We're doing more giveaways. We're starting a giveaway called Forex Changed My Life. And we're gonna be giving away books, some one-on-ones, all that good stuff. But yeah, shout out to our winner, right? He won 6 one-on-ones. He won premium group access. He's in a weekly webinar, and he gets the book. So congratulate Bilal to the One Life family. And yeah, more opportunities to come. If you're not following me, the page on Instagram, I ask that you please follow. We're at 260 followers, and we're trying to, you know, grow the movement. And you know, maybe you'll look back and it'll say 2K followers, 200K followers, 2 million, right? Who knows? But I appreciate all the follows, everyone. Okay. All right. So let's see. Amazing, bro. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. What? Got the peak. Wow. Look at that peak low. I had to draw this like last year, like a year ago, man. What the heck? Yeah. See, peak low. There you go again. See how it broke that support, trapped people at the low, and now look crazy on the weekly, right? That's a swing for that ass. Boom. I guess I put that as a peak high. All right. You know what? We're going to delete it all. This pair has just been bullish, bullish, bullish. Working on getting my zones right. I like that. People was getting, they were selling under here, then it was going under. Now looks like buys are trapped up there some. That look good. All right. So to me, it looked like they trapping the buyers right now. Let's look. This could be a resistance that they're gonna come back to, right? So we really in a range for the last 10 days. Okay. And we have areas where price could sell off of. Hey, Bilal, if you're still in here, I think you had a good analysis, bro. So this could be a trap area. What a damn arrow. Okay. So could be like, you know, kind of how JXY did, right? It makes sense to stop out all these buyers, right? At least break out of this range, maybe make it to this zone. Okay. And but I think that this pair really does want to keep going up overall, right? And that's based on the higher time frame, you know. Yeah, look at that weekly, how damn, look at that weekly. We got weekly resistance. Weekly trend line. Look at that. So this pair to me wants to go up, but it's at an area where it may dump a bit, and it may, you know, induce some sells, clear the board a bit. That's my analysis. Short-term sells, long-term buys. All right. So Tony got a chart to share. Hang on. Okay. So what you think, Tony? I see this. I see the resistance too. I see the trend line. You got a idea for what might happen? Prices trapping buyers off the trend line and sellers off the resistance. Yeah. Okay, and then 100% agree. Okay, so we kind of all are seeing traps from both ways, and we have an idea that they may dump and then pump. And Bilal, that's what you have, bro. So very nice, very on point. All right, what else we got? Anyone else want to look at something? It's only Monday, so we get to this tomorrow. We could go ahead and call it a session, guys. Okay, wait. Someone said maybe more effort than you want to do. Nah, never, man. I like to work, bro. But would love to see the structural comparison on NQ, DJI, and SPX. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell that. What's NQ? I know DJI. Well, if you pull back accumulation for Asian brand, you know what we doing. Sell that boy. Oh, NASDAQ. What the hell? Yeah, nasty nods. MMED. Y'all be random. I love it. All right. All right, that was one. What was the other one? Okay, and then they said MMED. Wait, hang on. I gotta check the chat again. All right. Pothead, my bad. All right, SPX. And then MMED. Okay. MMED. Yo, this one not even on the New York Stock Exchange. It's an over-the-counter one. We'll take a look though. Or it's on the NEO exchange. I'm not hip to NEO. I'm really only know about NYSE, so I need to learn a bit. So maybe you could tell me about the NEO exchange if you know about it. Going up. All right, we're done. Okay. Everything. Well, this index, you know, is at an all-time high, so we don't have previous structure for it to play off of or to trap off of at a high. So, you know, right now we can see what it's doing. Been going up. This where, you know, it gutted the buyers, induced sellers, and continued up. So I'll speculate it wants to keep going up, but, you know, got to take the stairs. So showing a little bearish activity, maybe a play around here. I don't know, but I'll leave this alone right now. Maybe if you were trying to short-term sell it, you could, but this looks like a buyer's market to me, but I don't see a setup. And now let's try to compare this one. It's really the same thing, just a little more bullish on a weekly. Super bullish, overextended. Extend our trend line out a bit. So we got an area price could come to. And no previous data to speculate based off previous highs, as this index is at an all-time high, right? So one thing you'll run into with certain indexes, cryptos that don't have precedent, you know, but it will make sense to come back here. So they're going to be a little bearish. Oh, today it showed bullish activity. Let me keep going. Could have trapped sellers down here. Too bad Chim's ain't in here, is he? Is Chim's in here? Nah, Chim's ain't in here because he real good at these indexes right here. But he not, so we'll do what we can. Definitely looked like this was a weak little support area, came below, and could be a little bit of a range. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure on this one because when I look on a higher time frame, I speculate like, yo, we're gonna start to kind of show some bearish momentum to come here. But on the lower time frame, it looks like we may have trapped some sellers here. So we might get a bit of even like some ranging. I'm not sure, but it looks like we got a couple areas price wants to work. Okay. Second leg in drop, maybe. All right, yeah, I'm not sure on those, y'all. But I'll probably stay away from SPX, and I'll maybe sell this boy a little bit. DJI, but these type of indexes overall are just bullish. Yeah, I don't know. This bullish, no previous market data. I don't short stocks personally, and I do not see a buy opportunity. So, yeah, I would leave this one alone for now. And I'm not gonna get into like fundamentals on the stock. I'm not gonna go like look it up. Yeah, I would be careful. We could see some dump action. But if you are looking to buy, just wait. Let it use structure to trap some. Maybe something like that. So yeah, I don't really have a short bias. Could find ways to get into bullish moves on this, but at the moment, I don't see anything. I'm not going to give straight stock advice based on the structure though. So, I would just wait for a nice structure, do your fundamentals, put the story together. And also, like I said, I kind of stay away from stocks that are not on the New York Stock Exchange personally. Okay, cool. We're on the same page, brother. All right, UCAD, and we done. Okay, let's do it. UCAD. It's gonna go up. Price gonna come there. Where that line at, price gonna come there. Trust and believe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's seeing it? Who's seeing it? Who ready? We're ready to get it. We're ready to get these pips. Ready to flip these accounts. You in buys right now? Hey, yep, they traveling sellers. Yep, hey, good stuff. There might be some good old buys. It's a bit rangy right now, so look for your clean entry. I got buys on this boy though, just based on this potential areas. Well, it ain't gonna come there, but maybe here. Yeah, just look for your entry on it, guys. You know how I like to say, like, wait for it to kind of work a trap zone if you're not already in it. So, you know, maybe tomorrow we see, or maybe Wednesday reversal, you know, we see something like this, where we're bullish, but we're going to induce some sells. Maybe we don't let out liquidity down here, right? Kind of trap some retailers like that on the buy tip, you know? So yeah, I'm bullish on this, guys. And like I always tell y'all, especially since we do these sessions when we're not trading, wait on that daily structure. Wait on that daily structure and get in the move. If you would have got in today, that would have been your daily structure, right? Okay. My fault. We're gonna look at CXY real quick. All right, so if we saying UCAD buys, what do we speculate that CAD gonna do? We say UCAD buys, so is CXY gonna get stronger or weak if we think UCAD buys? It's a trick question. Weaker, yep, but not necessarily. It could just get weaker than the dollar. So remember, it's all relative. But as a general rule, yeah, we want to find that weaker currency. Someone said they were thinking that, hang on, I'm gonna go there in 1 second because that's a good point and we want to look at that. All right. But yeah, I do see that big range. We worked up to a potential, price area around 78, which is where price is right now. Got a nice little area where we could play off of. All right. Now, all right, so let's go back to the chat. Someone said, I thought it would be a buyer's induction to the high then reverse. Now, it very well could be that too, right? Hang on. Bear with me. It very well could be that. Now, if it were to do that though, it would make sense that price would induce up here, right? And then maybe even get that little boom. I'll use this as a support, boom, bounce off it, boom, back to the previous low. Now that can happen, but what's going on right now for how I like to trade, how I teach, we're seeing trap liquidity to the sellers with bullish momentum. So maybe this happened, but where is this area? It's 250 pips away. So that's what gives me my bias in the thought to take this move. And that's why I use the higher time frames, because the market maker going to trap on all the time frames. It really don't matter. And I can't always be like, oh, I'm going to catch the weekly move because this is an induction here, this is an induction here, and this is the final. It's always going to be an induction because even once they do this bearish move, they're going to say, okay, and then we're going to come back up with the trap sellers below here, or something to that effect, right? So it's like, I don't want to just constantly be chasing my shadow, my tail. So I use these areas to speculate where price may come, where price wants to work to. So when I bust open the weekly, what do I think about the busted challenge? So that daily tells me, you know, this is an area price won't come to. All right. So that's kind of where I have my conclusion from. Hopefully that makes sense, right? Trend line trap. Right. It could be a larger trend line trap. Exactly. But then like even look on the lower, like look at this 15-minute trend line trap, right? They're everywhere. They're just a tool to move liquidity, nothing more. Like don't let it mystify you. It's just a tool to trap liquidity. And that fourth tap, you know, that's why, you know, I say wait for the repeat of daily structure, right? Because we don't know where the liquidity is trapped. So let's wait for a sign that people got stopped out. That's basically what we're doing. And then we're taking that retest, guys. All right, good work today. I feel like we really pushed through some stuff, and we made some headway. So appreciate you. Thanks for being here, Dave, Tony, Mateus, Taya, and yeah, we're gonna get to it tomorrow. Awesome. I'm glad it helped. Hit me up if you have questions. We're here. Later.